hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Bubble Boy in the studio with me, with his and sitting in for CJ.
Yeah.
Rainy?
Yes. Rainy. Yeah.
Rennie. Hi, Rennie. How are you?
A rainy day.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. CJ is down in South Florida attending a Iron Maiden thing. And, we'll get the lowdown on that next week. But we got a full crew here in the studio, just the same. And then we got the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Right now it's made up of Bear Jer. Barry and Jerry. Or is it Jer Bear?
It changes every week.
Yeah, is it Jer Bear or Bear Jer? Who's on top?
Who?
Barry?
Greg, it really is a small world for you.
Already starting out already.
I'm just saying. Well, it's the holidays, and I want to be
Barry
fair.
was that guy that was running around small world.
No, I was not. And I said it's a large world.
Okay. Well, you guys keep your, love.
We know you guys
connection
are in
to
the
yourself.
teacups instead.
That's gross,
Right.
Greg.
Okay.
Teacups
well, anyway.
are great. You want to get someone sick.
There has been some threats of some other Scuba Squad members joining us throughout this throughout the show today. We'll see what happens. But we got big news. I mean, it's surprising we're even here today.
Uh-oh.
Is that true, Bubble Boy?
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of a big deal.
Oh, boy.
I mean, this week.
Really? You're illegal?
Listen, this week, CJ's not here. So maybe this is one of the reasons. We're big TV stars.
That's it.
I mean, there's this new TV show on Amazon Prime
Cops.
that debuted, I believe, this past week, called The Cruise, and it was filmed on the Virgin Voyage cruise ship. And it just so happens that CJ, James, and I, Bubble Boy, were on the Virgin Voyage while they were filming this show. We didn't really know what was going on. And sure enough, we show up in the season 3 different times.
I remember seeing the cameras, and I'm like, what is the camera doing?
I'd blocked that out a long time ago. I mean, we've proved for 26 years that we have faces for radio.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they decided that they wanted to work this into the mix for their TV show, The Cruise. And lo and behold, there you see us at breakfast.
Yeah.
3 different times throughout the season.
That's the only thing you see us at is breakfast.
Well, yeah, that's what you do on a cruise ship. You eat, you drink, and, when you get off the boat in Bimini, like we did, we go dive with hammerhead sharks. And so, yeah, they show us the Scuba Radio Breakfast Bunch.
Yeah, why couldn't they feature that, Greg? The hammerhead sharks instead of, here's the leisurely breakfast group.
Well, we just looked like we were perfect examples of people feeding their face. Barry, what do you think?
I watched that video a couple of times, and I noticed that James and CJ were eating. They had manners. They were sitting upright, and they were talking and eating.
Uh-huh.
And then there's Greg, and he has his face flat in the food trowel, just feeding his face as fast as he can.
There was no food trowel, Barry.
Yeah.
It
was a bowl, and you just had your face in it. You only saw the top of your head and that nice shiny part there.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Do you?
I like to refer to it
Boy?
as, every time I saw it, I thought it's dining with the Colonel.
What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
Colonel Sanders.
Who, you?
You and me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, I'm looking down, so you see the top of my head. You don't get full frontal from me. You get full frontal from
CJ.
From CJ.
In the back of my head.
Jer Bear is going crazy right now. They're just going, oh my God, I'm going to have to go back and hit pause.
No, I watched it. I watched it very carefully.
Whatever.
You're shoveling food in your mouth, and these guys, it's two buddies. They are like so, they have the manners. They know what to do, and they're eating nicely. And
It was all of 2 seconds. What kind of manners are you talking about, Barry? I mean, you can't
tell
see
you,
any
it was the
display
best
of
2
manners.
seconds for them and the worst for you.
All right. Well, added up over 3 different times. I think we got a good
It's the
6
same
or
video.
8 seconds of video throughout the season of the cruise on Amazon Prime, which, by the way, you can watch on YouTube, too. Just do a search on there if you don't have Amazon Prime. The episodes popped up on
Or
YouTube.
you could look at the clip on the Facebook page.
That's right. We have
Go
it
to the Scuba
posted
Radio Facebook page.
on Scuba Radio's Facebook page. And, yeah, we're kind of big deals now. Big TV stars.
Yeah, you just think you are.
Well, hey, don't be somebody's jelly. Somebody's jelly. It's really sad when that happens. You'd think they'd support their fellow divers.
I have supported.
Okay.
You
All
threw
right.
me under the bus with the Jer Bear thing
Well, no, I'm not. Look.
and backed up and run over top of me.
No. Look, it is the holidays. We're here to support each other. And whatever you guys decide to do in your spare time as a couple is between you and, well, the rest of the world that we share with on Scuba Radio. So there it
May
is.
your loins be infested with 1,000 crabs.
Interesting. Okay. Sea creatures, at least. He's keeping it,
Stone crabs.
that theme going.
Big loins.
But we should support our fellow divers, which brings me
Yes.
to the next story that we got to throw out there because we got a lot to cover today. But this is big news. I just saw it last night, but the next set of episodes of Squid Game: The Challenge debuted on Netflix, and one of the 3 finalists is a scuba dive instructor based out of Hawaii, now lives in Jersey for whatever reason, but he's one of the top 3 finalists out of 400 contestants. This guy might pull down $4.6 million if he wins this thing. And he's a dive instructor, so God knows he needs the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Because that's a heck of a lot of money for any normal person. For a dive instructor, it's like it's the lottery is what it is.
He needs it just to renew his instructor license.
Well, he might be able to afford it if he ends up pulling out the
Maybe
the big
the
winner for that.
insurance.
Well, so do you guys? Are you with me? Should we
Yeah.
support him as a
Yeah, I
fellow
think we
diver,
should.
as
Sure,
part of the
absolutely.
community? I
Yeah.
mean, the other couple people they seem nice enough, but he's a diver, so I think we should rally behind our fellow scuba divers and instructors and wish him the best. So Phil is his name. Phil the diver, Phil the dive instructor. He's in Jersey, so who knows? Maybe he'll end up being at the Beneath the Sea Dive Show in Jersey at the end of March.
There you go.
After he's won this thing. I guess they announced the grand prize winner on December 6th. So we'll find out if Phil, the dive instructor, wins Squid Game.
I've heard of this game. I've never seen it. What is it? Whoever catches the most squid wins?
Yeah, it's that, Barry.
Okay.
You're worthless. But yeah, it's based off of this TV show a couple years ago. It was a worldwide phenomenon. And they basically took people off the street that were really desperate for money, put them in like a reality game. But if you lose, you die.
Is that like the Korean? That was a Korean.
Yeah.
Show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's pretty cool.
And
Really?
this new TV show is Squid Game: The Challenge. It's actually they've turned it into a real game.
Wow.
And it actually, I'll say, it is very entertaining. It's very unique, and and when they kill, when you lose, you're not obviously killed, but they do have like a squid pack, like a bullet pack.
Oh, the squib.
That explodes like you've been shot,
Wow.
and it's like black ink, and then they fake die. It's hilarious.
Where
They
do you find?
I gotta
Where
see
do you
this
find
now.
the time to watch this show and the Golden Bachelor and all these other live shows?
It's called research, Barry.
Okay.
You should try it sometime.
No.
You would know
Yeah.
about what the Squid Game is.
or the
You know?
Golden Bachelor.
Or Special Forces. Our buddy Rudy from Force Blue just wrapped
Well,
up
yeah.
their season. And matter of fact, standing by, we have our buddy Gonzo, who we're going to check in with him and talk a little bit about what Force Blue has been up to. Maybe he's talked to Rudy too. So it's just quality TV. That's what I follow. And when it has a diving thing, I'm here to enlighten everybody. It's kind of my holiday gift to you that you probably never wanted, but it's just what we do sometimes. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Bula! You'll hear that a lot when you visit Fiji. It's more than a greeting. It's the spirit of this friendly country. With 333 islands, white sand beaches, and year-round tropical warmth, it's hard not to feel happy at this exceptional dive destination known as the soft coral capital of the world. Fiji Airways has a modern fleet of aircraft to take you to Fiji in style and at great prices. Contact your travel agent now or go to FijiAirways.com and plan your Fijian dive adventure. That's FijiAirways.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Greetings. I trust that Christmas brings you its traditional mix of good food and violent stomach cramp.
Jump on in, the water's fine.
Good.
Dive into the depths, it's gonna blow your mind.
Very good.
With Scuba Radio, we're cruising the waves, exploring the ocean. It's the life we crave.
That's great.
Oh, good for you!
Ooh, yeah. Tune in and listen to the show.
You're gonna love it. It's fantastic.
Oh, come on, man. Let's do it, man. Let's be a team.
Scuba Radio, diving into the deep blue. Okay. Diving deep blue.
Now that's wonderful.
Sharing love for scuba, the passion shining through.
I felt like
Shining through.
I was hovering above my own body.
Come on and join us. Dive into the fun.
You're not serious about this.
Into the fun.
Of course I am.
Scuba Radio, love for diving has just begun.
Oh, you don't believe that, do you?
It's not a question of faith, it's just common sense.
Yeah, it is. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. That is a brand new Scuba Radio Christmas themed song brought to us from AI.
I was saying, how'd you get your voice so high, Greg?
I know, that's not me.
Lovely.
No, I asked.
You had to pull them up tight.
I asked AI. I said, "Could you write us a Scuba Radio Christmas song?" And that's what they came up with, or whatever.
That's pretty good.
This AI is going to take over the world eventually anyway, and we're all going to answer to our computer overlords. I'm trying to get in a word, a positive word, and it's a very uplifting, kind of upbeat song. I mean, Bubble Boy, what do you give it 2 fins up? What do you think?
I actually think that's actually really good.
I saw, Barry the Bugger there was, he was.
I had not heard that one before, so I was going to say, what year was that?
What do you mean, what year was it? It was brand spanking new.
That's what I mean. I didn't know it was a brand new one. I had not heard that one before.
Yeah,
I think I've heard them all.
You were tapping. You were like shaking.
That
like
was
a
good.
bowl full of jelly. And,
Incidentally, the AI is only going to allow the people that can repair AI to survive. So I don't
know what that
you're
means.
Gonna do.
But Jerry the Diver Guy, you like it or smash or trash? What do you think?
Well, I hate AI, but I'll let that slide.
Okay, all right. So we'll give one for that. I mean, it's kind of boring to me, but whatever. I mean, is it figure
You get what you pay for.
Right, exactly. But we don't want them to hear that.
Tried not to hurt his feelings, Barry.
Yeah, because
That's
I want
okay.
them,
The AI will shut down his computers.
I want the computers to spare our lives once they do take over. So, but it was pretty amazing that it came up with that on the fly like that. Anyway, there you go. Our gift to the world, or premonition of the future that will dominate us all. Let's move on to something, to a friend who might be able to protect us from that someday. I don't know. Gonzo from Force Blue.
You.
He's special forces. He's done all kinds of stuff. How you doing, Gonzo? What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing well, my friend.
Yeah.
Life's well. Life's good.
Good. Yeah, I saw Gonzo at the Dema show a few weeks ago in New Orleans. We didn't get him on that broadcast because he was, he's shaking hands, kissing babies, all kinds of things, just sharing the love of Force Blue, which does great work. And we caught up a little bit on the show floor, but I wanted to get him on the show and find out what they got planned for the next year. Because, you're always out diving, doing cool cleanups and things like that, ocean cleanups and stuff like that. What's on the agenda for Force Blue? And by the way, it's forceblueteam.org. You can go and check out the website and follow up on some of the stuff you're about to hear. But what's on the agenda there, Gonzo? What can you tell us?
Where to start? We had a busy year last year. We knocked out our Ocean Conservation School number 3, which, if you guys remember, Ocean Conservation School, we take Gold Star children and we get them dive certified,
right,
and get them to be part of our team now. This year we opened it up to the children of wounded and severely injured service members as well.
Love it.
Which opened up a whole new group, and that was very excited to do that. We did that at Vortex Springs, Florida, once again. So that was a good time. But this year we're going to do OCS number 4, and we're going to locate at Loggerhead Marine Life, right there in just south of Jupiter, which would be nice because it'll be a whole new mission set once again to the children of Gold Star children, children of wounded or severely injured. That'll be in June, so we're excited about that.
Now, is that Turtle Town? Is that where Turtle Town was? Okay, yeah, we did that with them last year. That's a cool spot, and it's just south. Well, it's Juno Beach, right?
Yes, sir. Juno Beach. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but that area, they got these turtles that show up all over. There's like God knows how many that show up, but it's an awesome little snorkel right there. You could dive it, I guess, if you want, but it's not in that deep of water.
It's only a few feet.
Yeah.
Right.
But the turtles come from all over, and you can just snorkel out there or take a little, like a paddle board or something like that. So it's a pretty cool little site. It
really is, and we have to hand it to Andy DeHart, who is he's the CEO of Loggerhead Marine Life now, because it's really going to, in addition to diving and marine conservation, environmentalism that we're teaching the children, teamwork and service and everything, we're going to be exposing them to, the turtles, and all that encompasses with that. So we're really going to increase their intellectual capital. So we're excited about that.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and we have a new sponsor. I can't say just yet who they are, but it's a major sponsor, and we're going to have at least 7 dives just through the state of Florida. We're going to be going back down to our Key Biscayne 100 Yards of Hope site, to continue to outplant coral there.
Yeah.
If you guys remember when we dove in Lauderdale by the Sea to do that survey about all the tires, well, now we're going to go in there and help start to remove some of those tires.
Oh,
that were planted there. Yes. We're going to have lionfish removal in the great city of Destin, because, as you know, lionfish are a huge problem down there.
Yeah.
And we're also going to do some oyster replanting, oyster population in Panama City and Pensacola. We're going to help repopulate the oyster beds there.
Oh, that's cool. Because we ate them in New Orleans.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Probably cleaned them out when we were in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Ate several of them.
Wait, can I ask how you? How do you replant an oyster?
So that's a great question. So what they do is they, especially in New Orleans, because remind me to come back to that. But
Mm-hmm.
they will grow the oysters, serve them, and then take those oyster shells and place them back in the same locations. And oysters have a way of attaching themselves back to there, and they kind of the whole circle of life and everything. But also they utilize them in particular in the New Orleans area to help with the berry or help with the reef down there. Excuse me, the reef, but help
Filter the water.
Filter the water and everything.
The water
That's
quality,
really,
yeah, that's the main thing oysters do. They eat all the gunk out of the water column, which gives you better visibility when you're scuba diving. So oysters are our friends. We love the oysters. So it's great work. I got a few other ideas that they might want to get going with Force Blue next year. We're going to talk about that next on the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Just 9 degrees north of the equator lies a cluster of islands that stretch for 600 miles in the Pacific Ocean. Yap, the land of stone money, provides a level of marine biodiversity, culture, history, people, and natural beauty that'll leave you in awe. With miles of unspoiled reefs and very few visitors, divers will enjoy having an entire reef to themselves. Plus, Yap's world-famous resident population of manta rays make for a bucket list dive experience that's great year-round. Plan your visit to Yap now by going to visityap.com. That's visityap.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
My tree. So what's the matter with you?
Look what you've done to my tree. It is an ugly tree anyway.
Baby, I wanna trim you.
What?
Baby, I wanna trim you.
She know about this?
Baby, I wanna trim you.
Yes.
Beautiful Christmas tree.
We all discussed it.
I'm gonna bring along my hatchet.
That's what I would do if I were you.
My beautiful Christmas ball.
Just picture this.
I'll sprinkle my snow up on your tree and hang a mistletoe on your wall.
I'm confused.
Baby, I wanna trim you a beautiful Christmas tree.
How are we gonna get the star on top?
I got it. Now, come on, girl. I wanna trim your tree.
Well, personally, I think it's a wonderful idea, too.
Okay, well, it is the holidays, so you got to make the best of it. I am Greg the Dive Master. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. And let's go to the phones real quick. Who's dialed up 888-88-SCUBA? Hi, you're on the air. Who's this? Hello?
Greg the Dive Master.
Uh-oh.
It's Santa Claus.
Oh, no. It's the drunken Santa.
Hey, I just want to wish you crappy holidays.
Yeah, crap extravaganza in a few
beatings.
weeks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
season's beatings.
Season. That's
Listen,
not appropriate.
I'm supposed to. I'm lost. I'm supposed to go to the mall and take pictures with children.
Right, which is going to
And
get you in
I
jail
can't
again.
find Santa's little helpers.
Gosh.
Excuse me, sir. Hold
Uh-oh.
on. Here's a security guard.
Oh, no.
Sir, can you help me find my little humpers?
Hey,
get the hell away from me.
Why do
you
you
smell like urine?
Oh.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
Okay. All right. Well, did I apologize before we started the show?
Not enough.
It is the holidays. Anything could happen. And Scuba Radio's Drunken Santa obviously is on the prowl. And just moments away from being arrested again. All right, let's go back to Gonzo from Force Blue. That'll be more appropriate for the holidays, more uplifting. more appropriate. You know, if you want to give back, forceblueteam.org is a great organization to get behind. They do great stuff, like you were saying earlier about, turning people onto diving that have, Gold Star families, first responders who've had family members that passed away and their families. They take care of them by taking them diving, giving them a nice little give back. They do so many different things. And Gonzo and his crew, I mean, it's such just a awesome time to be able to hang with these guys when they do some of these events. And we're going to try to team up, next year and do some more if things work out, and support the efforts. And you mentioned there's going to be events in Destin,
Panama City, Miami, Fort Lauderdale,
Turtletown, and Juno Beach. There,
Sure.
we'll do that again. I love all that stuff, but once again, it's the people you meet. These guys are like hardcore, man. They are our front line. They're the tip of the spear. These guys, and they, and now that they've kind of moved on to other things, they're still giving back in a big way. Gonzo, Keith, Rudy Reyes, who is one of the big guys from Special Forces. World's Toughest Test, season 2 just wrapped up last week, by the way. Were you watching that show yourself, Gonzo? Going, I know that guy, or what?
I watch this periodically. I watch it here and there, like you guys have been on the road and stuff, so it's hard to catch TV.
Well, understood. That's kind of what I do. I waste my time a lot in front of the boob tube there. But I was watching Rudy, and he is so mean on that show. I mean, he's screaming at these celebs and stuff going through this basic training stuff for Special Forces training. And then, when we met him, he's like so nice. And it's just like, but just knowing that he could turn on you like a dime like that. And you could probably do it too, right, Gonzo? That's what I was, what I'm thinking you ought to do in between these cool, warm and fuzzy things you do. If we show up, could you send like some of our Scuba Radio Scuba Squad members through some kind of basic
keep
training?
To have me killed.
Yes, of course. I think it would
Using me as a target.
That'd be radio gold.
Fast. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, Barry, go out there, and Steve's going to try to shoot you. What?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, last year you had one of the Force Blue members had to help Barry with his dive gear. We got to flip this.
Well, we don't have to do that anymore.
That was that
My back's
100-pound girl.
fine now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I don't want to bring up the fact that it was one of our girls who helped.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah.
See,
she was a strong girl.
Yeah.
She was a very strong woman. I wouldn't want to piss her off.
All right. Well, yeah. But see, Gonzo, he's like, yeah, hey, that's a good idea. These guys need help, obviously, on more ways than one.
Well, in your defense, that was Kayla Harrison, and she is the champion of the Professional Fight League. So
right.
She's like an MMA fighter.
Yeah,
well,
but still,
nice to see Barry piss her off.
Well,
I don't piss off anyone. I know when to keep my mouth shut, Jerry.
All right. Well, the old Jer Bear, they're going to go at it. But whatever. Let them have their fun, right, Gonzo? And maybe we'll put them through boot camp or something. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You can have like a little competition on Scuba Radio.
Right. I got to do the play-by-play. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't participate.
Who would want to be like between Jerry and Barry? Who would they want to see?
World's biggest wuss. How about that? Special Forces world's biggest wuss.
I will not wuss out. I'll tell you that.
All right. Well, it's an idea, probably a bad one.
Die for me.
But we'll see. But forceblueteam.org. Go to the website, find out about these events, and just if you're looking for a good organization to back, that is definitely one I'd highly recommend.
And support them.
Yes. So, Gonzo, you're welcome to hang. But I got to talk to some other divers too. But we appreciate the input, my friend. But hang back there. Let's bring on another guest right now. Someone relatively new to Scuba Radio. We actually met her in New Orleans. She's a dive instructor, and lo and behold, she has connections to Captain Cocktail down there at South Florida Diving Headquarters. We won't hold that against her, and we'll have her on the show regardless. But Lisa is her name. Lisa, welcome to Scuba Radio. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm feeling good. I've slightly recovered from New Orleans. What about you? 'Cause that was your first DEMA show, right?
It was, it was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it, and I met so many great people, and it was.
And then Jerry the diver guy.
Yes.
Gee, I love you too.
It was great.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Jerry
Yeah.
kind of took you under his fin and kind of introduced you to a bunch of folks there in the dive industry, and hopefully, that worked out pretty well, didn't it? I saw you hanging around
It
with our
did.
crew quite a bit. That was good. And
Yeah, it was
did it live up
amazing.
to your expectations as far as going out there and meeting and mingling with all these dive industry folks from around the world? What do you think?
It definitely did. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
more than I expected, actually.
Yep, good.
It was
And
great.
now,
Yeah.
originally, you're from Brazil. Is that right? Or
No,
Colombia. Colombia. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's
There you
correct.
go. Yes.
Mhm.
And now you reside down there in Fort Lauderdale, and you're a dive
Correct.
instructor, like kind of part-time or on call, and work with South Florida Diving Headquarters, or independent, or what exactly, Lisa?
Both independent and part-time with South Florida Diving Headquarters, also
Mhm.
with Force E,
Oh, okay.
and
Gotcha.
also with Gold Coast Scuba.
Oh, okay. So independent
Yeah.
instructor. So if anybody wants to learn how to scuba dive in South Florida, you could take them under your fin and then show them the ropes down there. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. Or if there's anybody who wants to take a specialties or anything, they can come and I'll, if they want to spend a holiday down here or, they're coming here for whatever reason and they have
Right.
extra time and they want to do a continuous education, I'll be more than happy to help them with that.
There you go. And what's the best best way for people to get a hold of you if they want to do that? And by the way, it's Lisa Randall is her last name. Is it what through Facebook maybe and friend you or what? What do you think?
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
So my name on Facebook is Lisa Randall. Lisa spelled out with 2 S's, so Lissa.
Mm-hmm.
And Randall, Randall.
There you go.
And if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, you can do Lisa Lissa_flies.
I love it.
FLYS.
She flies too. We got to talk about that. She's not a flight attendant, like a host for corporate jets and stuff. We'll talk more about that next. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
We're scuba diving misfits. Many think we are nitwits, but we don't give two shits. Join us and dive in. There's Bubble Boy, Jerry, and CJ. Barry the bugger who might be gay, but we think that's okay. Join us and dive in. Casey, Walt, and Vinny make up most of the rest, but this is not a test. Are there any with the breast? There's always Brittany and Kristen in our mermaid dive playpen. We wish we can be with them. Join us and dive in. We're scuba diving misfits. Many think we are nitwits, but we don't give two shits. Join us and dive in.
Wow. A Christmas classic from the annals of scuba radio history. I am Greg the Dive Master. Bubble Boy in the studio with me with his friend Rainey, and helping out quite aptly today. And that was a real toe tapper, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they liked it. Jerry the Diver Guy. We got Barry the Bugger, or Jer Bear. Just combine the two.
Oh, God.
And they're a part of the Scuba Radio
every time you say that.
Scuba Squad. And Gonzo from Force Blue hanging with us as well.
Woohoo!
And we're going to check in with Kelly and Cozumel in just a bit. But we got, right now, we got Lisa Randall, who is a dive instructor down in South Florida. Works with a few of the dive operators, independent dive instructor. Also what is the proper title for the flying that you do? Because you do that on your surface interval. You're flying in airplanes, like corporate jets. Is like a hostess, or what is that exactly?
Yeah. So it's a corporate flight attendant. It's basically a cabin hostess.
Aha. I love this.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
I
gotta,
love it,
we got to
too.
get her on our Just Plain radio show.
Absolutely.
Cabin hostess,
Let me know.
flight attendant, diver. She's got the best of all worlds, it sounds like. So, I mean,
love-
Well, your diving history, though, you just became a dive instructor not, what, a year ago? Is it that recent, or how long have you been a dive instructor, Lisa? You figure?
I just been an instructor. I actually did my IDC in the Red Sea, Egypt in July of this year.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay. But you've been around the world. Obviously, you've dove in the Red Sea. Have you? Well, you're from Colombia. Have you dove in Colombia? Is there diving there or no?
There is amazing dive sites there, but I have not had the opportunity to do so yet.
Yeah.
We're close to Galapagos.
Okay.
So we have a liveaboard in the island of Malpelo, which I really wanna do that dive site.
Gotcha.
It's very similar to Galapagos, yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to dive in Mexico, like the Riviera Maya, the cenotes, Cozumel, where she is now.
Yeah. Oh, are you
It's
feeling
amazing.
jealous right now, Lisa? Watching?
Yes.
Yeah. Kelly is literally in Cozumel, one of our mermaids, and she's dialing in between. She's not diving right now. She's celebrating Scuba Radio Happy Hour. So.
Oh, lucky her, lucky you. Kelly.
Yes.
Ordering a drink at the pool bar as we speak.
I love it. Yeah. So where are you exactly, Kelly? Where in Cozumel? Can you say? Or is it a secret location? What do you think? What is the name of the resort?
No, she's already drunk.
Somewhere in Mexico. That's all we know, right?
El Cozumeleño
That's what I was going to say.
Beach Resort.
Yes. And is it one of those, look, she's got a pool bar, she's got the beach. Is it one of those all-inclusive kind of places, Kelly? I mean, you're seeing this on Facebook, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch, and it looks quite attractive. And I'm not talking about her, by the way, which, Jerry's going to oh, boy, because she's in her typical beach attire right now, so she's celebrating the holidays appropriately, as she should. But are you doing some diving, Kelly, or what are you doing there in Cozumel this week?
Yeah, we just came out to go diving for a few days. We're only here for like 4 days.
There you go. Well, that's a pretty good little jump. And yeah, I mean, what's the diving been like in Cozumel the last couple of days?
I just flew in today.
Oh, okay. You're getting ready to go dive tomorrow. Today is like you got to get over the jet lag with I don't know. Well, you're in Cozumel, so you got to have your
drink, right?
Margaritas. Got to have your margaritas there in Mexico, correct?
Sí.
Yeah.
Sí.
Yeah. See, she knows the language and everything. I love it. Boy. Yeah. Well, it looks like you're properly lubricated, and you're having the time that everybody else would like to enjoy right now. So you're spending the holidays in style in warmer climates than even us in Florida. So God bless you for it, Kelly. So do you have a plan for your diving, though? Do you have a specific place where you're going this week or over the next couple of days? Or are you just going to go wherever they take you and drop you in the ocean off the coast of Cozumel? What do you think?
So my brother, one of his friends opened up a dive shop out here. And so we're really excited to go with her and experience all the places that she thinks are like her favorite spots.
Aha. I like it. I assume it'll be that typical Cozumel drift diving, or do you know?
I know that 2 of them are going to be drift diving. I don't know about the other 2.
Yeah. Okay. And once again, the name of that resort, can you say it again, or have you forgot? Because I have.
No, Greg, she's not drunk enough.
El Camino? No, that's a car.
Cozumelino.
Okay.
Cozumelino?
Good enough for me. I know she's in Cozumel, and that's all that matters. Lisa, I got to ask, have you been to that? You said you've dove in Cozumel quite a bit, or you just been there a couple times, or what? What do you think?
I spent a few days, but I stayed at the West End, but I was just diving with a different operator. His name is Dive with Charo. They've been there for many years.
Wait. He dove with Charo?
Cuchico.
Yes.
Cuchico. That girl? Oh, wow. He actually dove with her?
Oh, God. No.
No.
Okay.
Come on, Greg.
Hey, you never know. I mean, look, I'm a big TV star now. I was on the cruise. And then Sharknado 3, so it's possible, guys. Come on, cut me some slack.
Greg uses my joke writer. That's why they're so bad.
Okay, so she was saying.
Don't forget Sharknado 1 and 2, though.
Well, I wasn't in those, so those don't count. I was in only part 3. Okay, so you were diving and you had a churro. Is that what she was saying? No, that's not right either. Okay.
No. I said I dove with
Lisa.
Charo.
Charo.
Lisa, just
Yes.
correct him and be
And move
done, 'cause
on?
He just keeps on.
Okay. All right.
But
Well-
yeah, Cozumel is amazing. I can't wait to be back there. It's so beautiful.
Yes. Well, South Florida ain't half bad either, though. So, I mean,
Yeah.
diving down there in Fort Lauderdale, you never know what you might encounter. You know, I
true
mean, it
that.
might sound more exotic to be in Cozumel this week or you know, in some other place on the planet like that. But, you know, just in your own backyard doing the diving like that, I mean, you never know what you're going to see. I've seen mantas, dolphins, and it's pretty remarkable what you might come across when just diving off the, you know, east coast of Florida there. So you got a good,
Yes.
you know, local stomping grounds or dive grounds there to explore. And how often are you in the water, Lisa? What do you think?
I want to say a couple times a week.
Okay. All right. That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
She was just on a shark dive the other day, Greg.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I did.
Wait,
I did a
what
shark
kind of
dive in
sharks?
Jupiter.
Oh, you did was that the bull sharks or which ones?
Bulls and lemon sharks.
Aha. Is this the
Yeah.
time where they're like spawning and there are crap loads of them or what?
Yeah, this is the time. Mhm.
Yeah. So they got a bunch of
Yeah.
sharks you were diving with. There you go.
Yeah, maybe like around 30 sharks
Wow. So
between all the dives.
you
Yeah,
consider yourself a avid shark diver? You love seeing sharks?
I love sharks. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
love them. They're so cute.
Yeah, actually, you know, they just said I just saw a story where they found a nursery for hammerheads off the coast of Miami.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, in Biscayne Bay. They think it's a
Oh, I did-
nursery for hammerhead sharks, great hammerheads.
Wow.
And that's
Oh,
where
I
they're.
gotta check that out.
Yeah, we might have to check that.
Yeah.
Plan a little outing down there to Key Biscayne. Would you guide our Scuba Radio Scuba Squad, Lisa? We're going to need additional help.
Now she ain't.
Do you have a bail bondsman friend standing by too? Possibly, we might need that as well. Okay. Yeah, good answer. Which would be no answer. Don't answer that. Just get us in more trouble. All right, look, hour 2 is on deck. We got Tig from Virginia Scuba and Pros in Paradise is going to join us, the dive god. We got to talk about our next Virgin Voyage cruise. That's coming up in hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Stay close.
On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, you know, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. It is the holiday season, and, we are just a few weeks away from the ScubaRadio Christmas Crapstravaganza show. We go a little overboard, as divers do sometimes. Here's a little preview of what you'll hear on that special show. For Barry the Bugger, or From His Heart to the Rest of the World. Here you go. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
That's right.
Maybe you can tell.
Yeah, we all were on the little whore.
What?
Mary's joke writers come from the deep depths of hell.
You got a CJ puppet in there.
I don't even know what that
is. Regardless, have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Wow. Very touching. And, the weird thing is he doesn't even really celebrate Christmas. He's and more into the Hanukkah thing. But it's just that's the kind of guy Barry is.
Yep.
So that's what we do here at Scuba Radio during the Christmas season. We annoy everybody with really bad Christmas carols. And trust me, it gets way worse than that over the next few weeks. You've been prepared. You've been warned. You can plan accordingly. And we apologized far in advance, months in advance, to be able to do this year in and year out.
Greg, it's nothing that a Scotch on the rocks can't cure.
That's right. That's all you got to do. Just medicate your brain with a little booze and you're fine. All right. So, look, we're going to check in with the dive god a little bit because we're going to head back to Bimini. We got to talk about diving with the great hammerheads. But before we do that, and check in with Kelly and Cozumel again, too. She's getting good and socially lubricated. Look at those. You can see her on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. She's drinking her margaritas and Cozumel. But we got Tig with us from Virginia Scuba and prosinparadise.com to talk about a very great idea for the holiday season when you want to give the gift of scuba. Tig, how you doing, buddy? What's going on?
How's it going, Greg?
Yeah, pretty good. Sorry we had to abuse you with that Barry Little Christmas song, but it's just what we do. You've listened over the years. You know what you've gotten yourself into, right?
Heard worse. I've heard worse.
He's heard worse. I think he's talking about Jerry's song. Yeah, probably, because that'll come out probably next week for sure. But yeah, let's talk about giving the gift of scuba, Tig, because you do that with the dive shop there, Virginia Scuba in Manassas, Virginia. And you could go into the dive shop and, pick up a certificate, I assume, for what, like an open water class or continuing education. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You guys do that at your dive shop, right? Yeah.
Yeah, anything. Gift certificates can be used for, gear for somebody who's already a diver.
Right.
Classes for somebody who's not. We had a young lady come in today, signed up. She's going to start here in a couple of weeks and then finish out. We do down to the Florida Springs and this time of year because our lake is freezing cold.
Well, there's that. Yes.
Although I do have an instructor and two moron Marines down there this weekend freezing their asses off.
Yeah. Did you say moron Marines? I don't think that's no. Is that in what he said? Is it? Is he? He didn't. Is that what you called your buddies?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I say that because we have Gonzo from Force Blue. And I just saw
I heard him talking. I knew you'd appreciate that.
And when you said that, he goes, he ain't talking about me, I don't think. And you were one of my buddies. But, yeah, that's just how you guys talk, right?
Well, those guys are young, so they're still moron Marines. They haven't aged to the point of a seasoned warrior.
Right.
They're young moron Marines.
They're not
right?
They're not old. I mean vintage, like you and I.
Vintage.
They're
willing to dive in 30-degree water with just a skin suit.
Yes.
Exactly.
God bless them.
So they're down there. But normally we go to the Florida Springs where the water temp is at least around 70. And then so we had somebody do that today.
Yeah.
Gonzo has learned that 80-degree water is the way to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm right there with him.
Nothing wrong with it.
He may do diving there in Manassas, Virginia, but he knows how to work it because he also has this program called Pros in Paradise. You can check it out, prosinparadise.com. But it's a pretty cool setup when it comes to if you want to do your continuing education in a warm water climate. Actually, I think Mexico is one of them, isn't it? Isn't that where the boat is, or where is it?
We can do it pretty much anywhere.
Anywhere.
We can do pretty much anywhere. The three of us that got together on this are Culebra Divers in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And Compass Dive and Sail. Now, he has a boat. Sometimes he's in Puerto Rico. Sometimes he's in the Keys. But it's a boat. I mean, it can go anywhere.
Right.
But yeah, so the Pro in Paradise, basically you go to proinparadise.com, and then we have our schedule up. If you want to become an instructor or a dive master, or you just want to do continuing education because you're already an instructor to have more offerings, basically you pick what you want to do, and then you pick where you want to do it. I mean, if you want to do it on the boat, you go stay on the boat. If you want to do it with Culebra Divers, then you get a place there on Culebra, and we do it there. And if you don't want to travel that far and you want to enjoy the balmy waters of Northern Virginia, then we can do it here.
Okay. Well, all right. There might be someone who didn't check the right box and pick that, I'm guessing, at this time of year, but who knows? I mean, it's about the company.
Yesterday.
Oh, well,
I got a call yesterday. The guy wants to do his open water instructor here in Virginia before the end of the year.
Really? Well, does he want to do like the ice dive thing and cut a hole in the ice and do that kind of deal? Or
our water's not quite that cold, but I mean, it's down. It's probably in the low mid 50s right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a dry suit, so I don't care.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I just
that's
warmer underneath.
Exactly. I mean, it'll make you. I mean, we kid and I joke, but actually, if you do it in that kind of environment, it makes you a way better dive instructor anyway, because you're dealing with a lot more elements than just slipping your gear on with a bathing suit in the Caribbean someplace. It's going to make you a better instructor for sure. So,
Yeah, if you can do it in a dry suit in 50-degree water, then 80 degrees is about that hard.
It's cake. Exactly. But
we'll do it either place.
That's right. And I think, he would love to do the instruction in a nice warmer place if you had the choice. I would assume that's the case for you, Tig. Is that right? Or what do you think?
I would.
You'll go where they tell you, though, anyway?
But yeah, I mean, we are a capitalist society.
That's right.
Again, it's your money. If you're dumb enough, I'm dumb enough.
Okay. All right. Well, that's just good business sense, I think. I'm not positive, but I think. All right. Well, so Tig, you guys do a lot of travel too, at your dive shop. So you're going out like what, once a month? Are you doing trips that often, or what do you think out of Virginia?
When it's all said and done, when you add in some of those, the Florida Springs, we can throw together, in a couple of weeks. So if that's popular, but about every other month, we do something either in the Caribbean or worldwide. We try to keep it planned out a couple of years in advance. That way, if it's something where people need time off because it's a 2-week trip, or if it's an expensive trip, they have time to save it up. But yeah, we have stuff out from DEMA out to the end of 26 now. They're not all posted, but DEMA's only been a couple of weeks once we get all that stuff in our deposits. But all of 24 and some of 25 is already on our website. But yeah, Virginia is a lovely commonwealth, but not exactly the dive capital of the world. There's Indonesia's, there's Fiji's, there's Philippines, there's lots of places in the world to go.
Yeah, and all those are on our list. So Virginia Scuba or prosinparadise.com, a place to start. And you can join Tig and his crew. More coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
How, when, and where it's made has never been more important than now. Just ask all those divers and dive shops that struggled to get products and parts during the pandemic. One relatively new gear manufacturer, however, managed quite well. Nex is one of the few, if not only, dive gear manufacturers to bring regulator and design assembly back to the USA. No shortages during the pandemic for their customers and dealers. And get this, Nex was a Tester's Choice winner in Scuba Lab for 2022 and a Best Buy in 2023. Each Next regulator system is made to order, cutting down on overhead and allowing you to get exactly what you need for the kind of diving you prefer. This will be the last regulator you'll ever need, since the modular design can easily be modified as your diving skills and preferences evolve over time. Are you ready to make your next dive your best dive? Then go to nextdive.com. That's nexdive.com. Next Underwater Products. nextdive.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive. Scuba Radio's Drunken Santa is here to spread some Christmas cheer.
It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas everywhere I go. Hey, look, I made an angel in the snow.
Scuba Radio's Drunken Santa does Christmas in a way that only he can.
There we go. It's the most wonderful time for a beer and rum and whiskey, tequila, and a Goldschlager.
Just when you thought Christmas music couldn't be any more annoying.
Mele Kalikimaka is fun to say when you're drunk and someone asks if you're okay. I'm fine. Leave me the hell alone.
Holiday favorites ruined like never before.
All I want for Christmas is not to spew, but I probably will. Last Christmas, I gave you my fart. The very next day, you went far away. This year, I'll bring him to tears. I'll give it to someone special. Here, pull my finger.
Drunken Santa Does Christmas. Available now on Scuba Radio Records.
On the 12th day of Christmas, the policeman gave to me a notice to appear in court. Trespass warnings, a bunch of other stuff, handcuffs, and a ride to the station. Alright, just to repeat that for the rest of the song, and I'm out of here. Hey, is there any Greg Nog left?
No, you drank it last week. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. It is the holiday season. I apologize in advance. Once again, the Scuba Radio Drunken Santa, not in the studio, thank God. But it is getting close to that one time of the year that we allow him into the studio. And we are planning an official Scuba Radio Christmas Crapstravaganza show here. I think it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks from today. There's some adjustments we got to do in our schedule because we're planning a trip over to Bimini. So I'm not sure how it's going to play out yet, but we're working on it. And we will warn you well in advance to cover ourselves legally. There you go. All right, we got a full group in the studio. I got Bubble Boy and Rainey, who's helping him out, our assistant, his little elf.
Yeah,
would you
my little
consider
elf.
her your elf there, Bubble Boy?
Yeah, she's my little fairy elf.
Okay, well, there you go. And then connected via the web, got the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad, Barry the Bugger, and Jerry the Diver Guy. And we combine them, Bear Jer or Jer Bear, depending on the day. And
he is ignoring you. You know that.
What do you mean he's ignoring? No, he's got his glasses on. He's trying to look intelligent. Well, yes, Jerry.
It's Christmas time. And I got to be nice.
Okay. And you're going to be naughty later when you guys...
Gregory.
Gregory. Oh, when he calls him by his full name, you know you're in trouble.
Shut up, Barry.
All right. Well, Tig is with us still from Virginia Scuba, putting up with this nonsense, and we appreciate it. Tig, you're welcome to hang as long as you are up for, putting up with the abuse. And he's got his red Solo cup, and probably celebrating.
What do you think us people from Virginia use, Greg?
Well, it's social lubrication, just like Kelly is in Cozumel with her margaritas. And
Kelly
then,
knows hydration is very important.
That's right. Divers, when you're not diving, you're supposed to be lubricated, and when your diving day is done, for sure. And they're probably not using the proper lubrication, for diving days. But when you're not, it's good to, hydrate with your favorite concoction, whether it's a margarita or what are you doing there, Bubble Boy? What is that?
That's
eggnog? Gregnog?
No, that
looks like Gregnog.
No, it's the bent liver, 14-year.
Ah, yes, the bent liver. I
had one of those when I come back from New Orleans.
Okay, all right. And then
I lost the other one.
Mermaid Kristen is with us too. I think she's traveling back from New Orleans. She's in her car. And have you gotten back from New Orleans yet? Are you still driving, Kristen?
No, I've been back.
Okay.
I had to go get food for my chameleons.
For her chameleons. And that's code for, well, we don't want to say.
Wait, you have a pet lizard now?
I've always had a pet lizard.
Then you don't want to come here.
Oh, she really does. It's not a euphemism. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, I see now. There's a little, she has an air sac and the whole thing to protect her lizard food. What do lizards eat these days, by the way?
Mealworms.
Crickets.
All right.
Lizard food.
Okay. All right. Crickets. Fair enough. All right. Well, she has to load her crickets out of the car, so we'll let her do that.
Watch him escape. Crickets all over the house.
Well, they I mean, the fact that she had to go purchase them as opposed to just go outside just shows how hygienic she actually is in her homestead. She doesn't have a bug problem.
Organic.
God bless her. There you go. Yeah.
They can't eat normal crickets from outside. They have to be a certain type. It's so stupid.
Really?
It's a lizard.
Well, evidently lizards can't eat, outside crickets.
Barry's got an iguana for you.
Yeah. What do the iguanas eat down there in South Florida?
They
where
eat
you are?
anything that they can.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're not picky. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'll send them up to you,
They
Kristen.
nibble
You
on
can
Barry.
have them.
Household lizards are very picky with what they eat.
Not iguanas.
The green iguanas that they have in South Florida, what do they eat down there, Barry?
Barry's cheesy poofs.
They eat people's certain plants. They'll eat bugs.
Yeah.
They'll eat little baby iguanas. They dig holes under your foundation. They'll tear up your seawalls.
Wow.
And they'll leave poop everywhere.
Okay. So Barry's big fan. Big fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. So.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right. Well, let's go back to Kelly since she's in Cozumel and everybody wants to be her today.
Yeah.
Do you know about any of the dive sites that you're planning to visit? Other than you said your dive shop friend there is going to take you to her favorite sites. Do you know any of the specifics or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
All I know is that she's taking us over there, but my phone is about to die.
Ah, okay. Well, go.
If you have any more questions, and then I gotta go.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just go get lubricated. Go diving tomorrow, and let us know next week where the dive sites in Cozumel are. Sound like a good assignment, Kelly?
Sounds good to me.
Drinking, then diving. After a certain period of time. So she has her assignment if she chooses to accept it, or her mission. And if not, she'll self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Mission implausible.
Exactly. There you go. All right, Kelly, good to see you. And you can see her on Facebook Live and Facebook and Twitch and the whole group. Look, we got to check in with the dive god, though, here next. He's going to join us, Mr. Neil Watson, because we got some news on the hammerheads in Bimini. That's coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
If Christmas shopping tires you out, listen to this.
Don't buy me no bow tie like you bought me last year. I don't want no sweet cologne or hairbrush for my hair. Don't go fill my stocking, sugar cane and gum. All I want for Christmas is a big bottle of rum. Just a bottle of rum, a bottle of rum underneath my tree. If you can't give me one, then give me two or three. Just a bottle of rum, a bottle of rum will make me happy. Just a bottle of rum, a bottle of rum underneath my Christmas tree.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. There's an idea. Always right size. Color doesn't matter. It's pretty good. Given the gift of scuba, I would combine it, though. Add that as like your stocking stuffer as a bottle of rum. But get them, a gift certificate to learn how to scuba dive for your non-diving friends or continuing education as you give the gift of scuba, maybe even for yourself. Barry the Bugger has an idea. Maybe.
No, I was going to say that if I'm coming up there for the craps strands.
You got to be able to say it. I participate in it.
I can't say it. If I'm going to come up there, what is the particular type of rum you are currently consuming?
Yes.
Any? Oh,
Yeah.
so I could get Poosers.
Yeah, you get whatever rum you want to get.
Yeah.
Pushers. Yeah, you get that.
He has all kinds of whiskeys that he'd like to have, Barry.
Yeah, I'm on a bourbon whiskey run right now.
Oh, you are?
But when it comes to
All right.
rum, I like the Papa Pilar.
Oh, yeah, it's
the
good.
dark rum. The Papa Pilar is my favorite. But anyway, just bring for yourself.
Greg, you can get that on the
gotta-
cruise when we go to Key West, right?
Of course, they'll have that. They'll have all kinds of stuff. We're going to do a Virgin Voyage cruise here in a couple weeks with the Dive God. He's with us right now, Mr. Neil Watson. Hey, how are you, Neil? What's going on, buddy?
Fantastic, my friend. I'm fantastic. I'm so excited about this trip, man. We're going to have so much fun.
Yeah, we're literally less than a couple weeks away from going down. That's why it's going to throw a little wrench into our plans for our Scuba Radio Crap Stravaganza show. I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but I'm thinking, I was talking to Cog Johnson, who's going to be on the cruise ship with us as a special guest, being that me, him, and Bubble Boy are stars of the new Virgin Voyage TV show, The Cruise, that we might have to do an hour of the Scuba Radio Christmas Crap Extravaganza on the Virgin Voyage Scarlet Lady cruise ship. What do you think about that, Neil? Should we do that?
Well, we can do a combination between doing it on the ship and doing it in Bimini. We're going to be there on Saturday.
Yes. We got to dive with the hammerheads and maybe have a cocktail or two on the cruise ship. So I don't know. I'm thinking we may do an hour on our trip, and then an hour in the studio, kind of like a combo kind of crap extravaganza. Because
that'll work.
Yeah, I mean we got.
Plus, we're gonna be in the Keys on the first morning after we sail, and supposedly Captain Slade is going to meet us down there.
Yeah,
and do lunch and.
It'll be a good time.
Cocktails with us.
Yeah. We go out of Miami on this Virgin Voyage cruise ship. First stop is Key West for a day. Then we're at sea for a day, and then we end up in Bimini for a day. So we're going to hit two pretty cool ports, and Captain Slater will drive down from Key Largo, meet us in Key West when we're in port down there in Key West. That'll be a good time. And then, of course, when we go over to Bimini, it is Hammerhead season. And, last time we were over there, we were for Mermaid Kristen's birthday. And we fed her to the sharks, and
correct.
And she lived through it. There was we weren't sure if that was going to be the case, but she did, and God bless her for it. She had a good birthday trip. But this will be a fun one too, because we're smack dab in the middle of Hammerhead season right now, right?
In the middle of Hammerhead season, and they're going to be the three Watson brothers on the boat.
Oh, that's right.
Me and my two brothers. Both of my brothers are joining me.
Look at that.
Oh, that's going to be something.
The Dive God times 3, or I don't know what kind of god. What are they gods of? Because are they dive certified? I assume.
Well, my brother Carl. He's the beer god.
The beer god. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. He wants to work on his $300 bar tab.
Yeah.
And then spread over to my $1,000.
Right.
We've got 4 nights and I've only got $1,000 on board credit and bar tab. I'm stressing out here.
Yeah, I mean, people were asking like, "Hey, how much were you guys paid to be on that cruise TV show?" Not a whole lot, but boy, they hooked us up with credit on the cruise that we have coming up. And I think you got $1,000. I think Bubble Boy and
got 400.
Yeah, you got 400.
Yeah,
I got 1,200. I got to drink 400 a day. These are like Captain Walt DiMartini levels of bar tabs.
Yeah. Well, he bought some extra. He bought an extra $400 worth.
Right.
Because he was stressing.
Yeah.
He was stressing. He was going to run out.
Yeah. He told me. He said, "I think I got 800. That should do me for at least a couple days."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's a professional, and
True.
And he's got to take care of Gomez and Julio, not just Walt. So that's a whole different thing. You'll hear about on the crap extravaganza, I'm sure. But as far as the Hammerheads and Bimini, they're seeing quite a few. We just had a report I mentioned in hour 1, Neil, that they've discovered a great hammerhead nursery in Key Biscayne. Have you heard about this? Like that might be where they're being born and stuff.
I haven't, but I know there've been a lot of hammerhead sightings in there.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a nursery, but that's cool.
I mean, it's just preliminary scientific research that they're starting to think they may have found a nursery of great hammerheads in Key Biscayne. So they're looking to just figure that out. And I said, well, that makes sense because they seem to like to run over to the Bahamas and Bimini every year at this time of year and
there you go.
vacation for the holidays as they should. And then
I'll check with the Shark Lab. I would assume they would have some knowledge of that.
Right.
Shark Lab on South Bimini.
Yeah,
which is a very cool thing to visit when you're over in Bimini.
Absolutely.
To do little tours.
Yeah. Now, it was interesting. I watched all 8 episodes of The Cruise, which is on Amazon Prime now because, of course, I was like, hey, where are we? Where are we? And we're on it 3 different times. The Scuba Radio breakfast bunch made up of yours truly, Bubble Boy and Cock Johnson. And every time people are eating breakfast, you see our mugs. And we show up. I was looking for you. I was looking for Gomez and Julio, but I didn't see anything.
Well, yeah. If Walt and I was on it would have been in the bar, not for breakfast. Of course, I mean I blinked and missed you the first time, and then I redid it and saw you.
Well, yeah. It got replayed 3 times. So I bet we got a total of 5-6 seconds screen time.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
That means Greg's headshot got in there.
That's right. You see the top of my head.
Of his head.
I didn't want to give any full frontal or anything and scare people away. So I left that to CJ and Bubble Boy. So that's the thing. Yeah, but they didn't cover the hammerhead dive that they offer in Bimini. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. I mean, because that's something you can do on the cruise ship if you want to go over there and do that. Correct?
Absolutely. We get people every time the ship's in.
Maybe
they sell it. They sell it on the website. They sell it on the boat.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe season 2, they'll get over to Bimini and do the hammerheads. They showed a little bit of the Bimini, stingray thing that you can do with Neil and his operation over there, but not the hammerheads. But you can do that all off the cruise ship. All right, more coming up. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
What's the family plan for Christmas this year? 5 bowls of flushing? 4 Roy's at throbbing? 3 nose hairs waving? 2 children starving? 1 untouched wife?
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is the place where all good divers go. Scuba Radio.
I love it.
Scuba Radio.
God help me, I love it.
Scuba Radio is your first and only diving show.
Fascinating.
We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of the sea.
Respect to the sea.
We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of the sea.
What the hell is wrong with you?
That'd take too long to explain. We only got a few minutes left in the big show today. I am Greg the Dive Master. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Probably the most downloaded podcast with a scuba theme in the world, believe it or not. I know you're scratching your head like, how is that possible? Well, because we've been doing it for 26 years. We were there at the beginning of all this
awesome.
intranets and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. It is what it is. All right. By the way, Lisa, our dive instructor from South Florida that we had on earlier, was nice enough to offer up a little Christmas present for everybody listening today.
Uh-oh.
She is an ambassador for Cross Kick Shoes, which we saw at the DEMA show. And if you go to their website, crosskick.com or crosskicks, Kix.com, you can get a 20% off code by using, or you can get 20% off by using the code LISA, LISSA 20, and use that on your in the coupon code thing, and get 20% off one of those cross kicks, which were pretty cool.
If they don't have it, Greg, they can message me or you one and get the code for it.
Right. And if you want her to, train you, I mean, Jerry the Diver Guy's an instructor. You could have him, but you'd much rather have Lisa. So lisa.randall@gmail.com is another way to get a hold of her as well. So there you go. I mean, in that contest, who do you think would win as far as people wanting to get certified by Jerry the Diver Guy or Lisa the Colombian diver girl?
Oh, that's an easy answer.
Well, we know Barry's going to pick Jer. But
hey,
I'm talking about normal people,
yeah,
Barry.
Normal people. Wait, crap extravaganza.
Yes? What about it?
I said it. There. Now I can come up there.
Okay, now you can participate in it. Now that you can pronunciate it properly. Yes, that will happen in a couple weeks. And I think that's what we're going to end up doing is we're going to do an hour of the show on the Virgin Voyage trip, and then that, the second hour will be actually in the studio so everybody can participate that's not
That means, Barry, if you go up there, you can only be up there for an hour.
Well, no, you and
not true.
Jared.
I get there If I get there before lunch, he's going to take me over to Chick-fil-A for lunch.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. I wasn't planning to take you anywhere. You're not going on the cruise.
Well, you will now.
Why? No. Jerry and Barry, they're doing their own private little holiday soiree when they're on the Virgin Cruise, I believe.
I'm talking about the crab extravaganza.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. When you come up for that. I gotcha. Okay.
Me and somebody special is going to Fiji, Greg. So,
What do you mean? You and somebody, what do you mean you're going to Fiji?
I'm not mentioning names, but Fiji's coming up soon.
Oh, interesting.
Old Jabber's taking the skin boat to Turtletown.
Okay. Kristen just made a really, she made that kind of disgusting smell face right there. I see on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch.
I just puked in my own mouth.
Set it off. Wow. Okay.
Damn, you bubble
tossed
boy.
her cookies.
What do you think of that, Kristen? There's you can't get that mental image out of your head right now, can you? There's not enough Greg Nog on the planet. Oh boy. Yeah, but Kristen is not. She's not going to be on the cruise. So we got to do the Crab Stravaganza show and allow all the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad members to participate because it's just going to be. Well, it's going to be the TV star team. Yeah. It's going to be the Scuba Radio Breakfast Bunch again, made up of myself, Bubble Boy, and Cop Johnson.
The three amigos.
And that's the Scuba Radio representation that'll be on the boat. So, I have to open it up a little bit so everybody can participate in our Crap Stravaganza because it wouldn't be Crap Stravaganza without, Barry, Jerry, and Casey the Tobacco Nut, Kristen. You'll participate in the Crap Stravaganza, won't you, Kristen? Are you going maybe? I'll take that as a yes. And but it is what it is. And we have fun. We gotta have fun sometimes. God knows we never have that on this show, and don't do enough silly stuff during the holidays. So it's kind of like our office Christmas party, and we celebrate it with everybody listening on the air and document it for posterity or posterior or something like that. Just what you do. Now, I got to ask Kristen, though, because we haven't had her on since New Orleans, I don't believe, since the Big Dima show. Are you a little jelly of us going back to dive with the Hammerheads? Or what do you think?
You know that I am.
Yes, yeah.
They're my favorite sharks.
She does. She actually has a stuffed animal of a hammerhead shark. Wow. What's that shark's name? Didn't you bring that to New Orleans?
I bring that thing with me everywhere.
Yes.
It's been to Fiji with me. It's been to Dominica with me. It's been everywhere.
She needs therapy. But regardless, that's fine. What's the name of your stuffed animal shark, Kristen?
Axel.
Axel, of course it is. That makes total sense. Right on. All right. So, I don't know. We're going to do a little bit of diving. And, and of course, we're going to have the dive god and his brothers. The beer god, and the other one, who knows? He's probably a rum god.
Oh, this is the AARP tour.
What are you talking about? You're not on it. Yeah. No, but
listen, Colonel Sanders.
We are going to have Stuart Cove is going to be with us.
Again, cool.
Yeah, Stuart's going to be on board with us, and we got a few other special surprises. Like I said, Captain Slate is going to join us when we're down there in Key Largo. And I think Dennis is going to fly down and meet us in his airplane in Key West and maybe Bimini. He might be flying over to meet us when we're over in Bimini. And there's that stink face. Kristen made her stink face again. Call up Dennis. Maybe he'll fly you over to Bimini, Kristen.
Yeah, he wants to keep getting me in that airplane. I'm not going in the airplane.
Yeah, what is that? So, wait a minute. Let me get this straight, because Barry told me this during the commercial break. He said that Dennis offered to fly him from South Florida over to Bimini to meet us when we're over there, and you told him no?
What?
No.
What is wrong with you?
I don't like little airplanes.
We kind of
It's not Dennis.
Dennis
They're safer than the big ones.
Much of anything.
He is a great guy, and I would even pay for the fuel. But I don't like.
Which you can't
airplanes.
really do that legally. But
pay for the fuel?
You could buy a $500 hamburger.
If I use my credit card when he's at the fuel tank.
Oh, I see. Well,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, but but you don't want to do it because it's
I
not.
just don't like
it's
little
not Jerry.
airplanes.
If it was Jerry that was inviting you?
If Jerry was flying, well, sure.
Like, hey, Barry. Hey, Barry, it's Jerry. I want to take you for a ride. What do you say?
Jerry joins the Mile High Club, huh?
God.
There, I didn't say it. Jerry's face. Wow, Jerry just made Kristen stink face.
No, no kidding.
What is that? Kristen stink face is contagious. It's like a virus or something. Wow.
I fully regret getting on the show today.
Mission accomplished.
What the hell about
There we
me?
go.
Yeah. As I said, I don't like flying in little airplanes. I don't like flying much.
But if it was Jerry, you'd make an exception. Okay. All right. So anyway,
Right at the Biscayne Bay.
yeah. All right. On that disturbing note, we're going to wrap it up and continue with the festive holiday celebration next week. Make sure you join us. Till then, remember, it's always better where, gang?
Down where it's wetter.
Safe diving, everyone.
From Captain Ron to Jock Gusto, they all love Scuba Radio. On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, you know what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.